This morning, as I was reading through the news and social media, I was surprised about the anger that I found and read. I was surprised about the attitudes that were coming across in different posts or different articles that I was reading, blaming this or blaming that. I thought about God's peace. What is God's peace? Do you know that in Corinthians, Paul says that is not a God of disorder, but a God of peace. And yet, in our culture, in our countries, in our world, we have disorder. I think disorder because, well, God's not a part of it. We don't let him be a part of it. We try to solve our problems and our struggles in our old-fashioned way of man's way, not God's way. I thought about that word peace, and I thought about the fact that peace does not mean it's an absence of problems or troubles, but it means that within ourselves, within the core of who we are, we can have peace in the midst of adversity. We can have peace in the midst of trial and tribulation. We can have peace in the midst of fear and anxiety. But how do we get that? Well, the way we get that is focusing on God himself. Christ is peace. Jesus is our hope. He is the hope of our lives, of our country, of our very existence. And yet, we don't seek after him. We seek after ways of trying to do it ourselves. We try to bring peace into situations where no peace can be found. I wonder this morning, where are you in the idea and the area of peace? Are you trying to bring peace into your life and finding that it's escaping, that you don't have it? I believe the answer for all of us is to focus first on his kingdom, upon God himself. That's what Matthew says in chapter 6. Seek first the kingdom of God. That's what Jesus said. And so how do we do that? Well, I think we spend our times reading his word. We spend our times thinking about him and resting in his presence and nothing else. I think you can read the news and read social media and find yourself being drawn into a pit of despair, a pit of fear and anger, a pit of hopelessness. I think we are ultimately what we read. And that's, you see, is the problem. Peace comes when we surround ourselves with the one who is peace. His name? Well, his name is Jesus. I want you to think about that today and ask yourself, where am I getting my peace from? Where am I getting my hope from? If it's not Christ, I think you need to change. I want you to think about that today, would you? Hey, until next time, God bless.